Hey guys, today we are making a simple and easy recipe for ramen noodles made completely from scratch. Ramen noodles are alkaline noodles, and in the absence of lye water, which is what is typically used when making ramen noodles, we are going to bake baking soda, and it's going to turn it into a stronger alkaline, and that's essential for giving ramen its signature chew and flavor. So that's where our recipe is going to start today. Doing this is really easy. You don't have to measure this. I'm just making a big batch so I can use it whenever I need it in the future. Spread it out on a baking sheet and bake at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. 1 hour later and our baking soda is noticeably whiter and finer in texture. Let it cool and then store it in an airtight container. Now, starting our dough in the bowl of a stand mixer, add 200 grams of all-purpose flour, 210 grams of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of our baked baking soda. Give our dry ingredients a little stir, then add 2 beaten eggs, 1 3/4 cups of warm water, and let this knead for 5 minutes. Form it into a ball, adding a pinch of flour if needed. The dough should be smooth and supple. Cover it with plastic wrap and then chill it in the fridge for 30 minutes up to 1 hour. After 30 minutes, I'm going to dust this with flour and divide it into 6 portions. I'm going to flatten it out with my hand just a little bit and run it through a pasta roller on its widest setting. After we've done that, we're going to fold in the sides towards the center, forming a rectangle, press it down a little bit, and run it through the widest setting again, then repeat this process 2 to 3 more times. Doing this, I have been told, will improve the overall texture of our noodles. After that, I ran our dough through each level once, handling it with care until I achieved the thinnest setting on the pasta roller. Make sure to be generous with the flour if your dough gets even slightly sticky. For the shape of our noodles, I'm going to use the spaghetti cutter attachment, and I'm going to definitely be sure it gets a generous dusting before I run it through this because I don't want the noodles to stick together. Toss them around a little bit if you want some curliness in your noodles, and place them on a well-floured tray. Do this with all of your dough portions and you'll have beautifully fresh ramen. You can freeze any portions individually that you don't plan on eating within the next 24 hours. Let the noodles chill for 15 or 20 minutes before cooking. Fresh noodles cook really fast, so I only cook these in boiling water for 1 minute. And now I can make myself a proper bowl of ramen. I have a miso broth that I'll leave the recipe for in the description, firm tofu and bok choy that's lightly sautéed with a touch of soy sauce, buttery yellow corn, a few sheets of nori, a pile of green onions, and a gorgeous soft-boiled marinated ramen egg that I'll also leave the recipe for in the description, and a sprinkling of black sesame seeds. I'm very happy with the way our noodles came out. They have the taste, the texture, chew, and shape of any tried and true ramen noodle that I have tasted and loved. And of course, as a vegetarian miso ramen, it's delicious. The broth is good, I love all the toppings, and this marinated ramen egg is probably one of my new favorite things. There's something really satisfying about a bowl of ramen where everything was made from scratch. If you want to put a little extra love into your ramen, this is an easy and fun way to do just that.